Righty, so what we want to do is apply our interactable interface class on our door. So let's just go and right click here, browse to asset in the asset browser, and here we go, we've got a BP door. So I'm going to create another version of this because I don't want to destroy that one. So Control D, BP door, BPI, so that's the interface version. Double click. Why do these not save, eh? Control Shift S is save all. Right, doesn't always work that way. Alright, so BPI door. So what are we doing here? We're using, if you recall, we're using the trigger at the moment to trigger the interaction with the character, and then the character is interacting and opening up. So let's just go and have a look at how that's working. So we have all this stuff here. So we've got our begin component overlap, which is our trigger components. We're checking that we've got the character. We're enabling our inputs. We're setting our screen text. So we don't need any of that now, really, if we use our interface, because that's already taken care of. End overlap, close the door. We'll probably keep that one. I think we don't really need to get rid of that. And interact, we have E. No, I'm pretty sure we have an interact key. Do we not? Are we not set up? Input, action, interact. So first thing I'm going to do is actually change it to that one. So if you remember, that's one that we've set up previously. If you come to our project settings, and where's our input? And we should have our interact. We've set it to E, but we can change this without worrying about the code once we've done this. So let's... oh, it's in our character, wasn't it? Yeah. So in fact, it doesn't matter. Oh no, it does matter. Sorry. No, it doesn't really matter because we're now driving it from the character. Pardon me. This shouldn't be called because we're not using this anymore. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to change some of these things instead. So this is going to become. This is going to be driven by our interface. All right, cool. So we remember how we create our interface. We come to our class settings, or we link our interface, and then we come to our interfaces section here, and we go under implemented interfaces, add, and we want BPI interactable, like so. And then we get our interface section over here. And we have these different things. So I have interact with, right click, implement event. Okay, and all we need to do, because we have the code already here, instead of E, we get rid of that, because when we interact, all we're going to do is call open door. So we just call that one. Easy, that was pretty quick. And then get screen message. Okay, now number one, well, okay, let's first up right click and open graph. That's what we want. So we need our screen message variable. We have not put there. We haven't created yet. So let's, we could actually put anything in here, to be honest. We don't have to have a variable, but it's nice to have a variable so that your designers, your level designers, can actually, do things without coming to you and saying, "Hey, can you fix this up for me?" So let's just create a new variable. And in fact, we could just drag off here, promote to variable, and hey, it's even called it screen message for us. Fantastic, good going, and that's cool. We're going to make it public so we can access it. Compile and save. And we might just give it a default message here, but you can change it if you like later. Press interact to open. Sounds good. So is that all we need to do? Interact with. I actually don't want this to run at all anymore. So I'm going to, if I hold down Alt and just left click here, gets rid of that. So we're not worrying about enabling input or anything anymore. We don't have to worry about that stuff, which is kind of good. We've still got our open door. I think this is going to work for us. So let's just compile, save. We don't want this one anymore, do we? This is our old door. In fact, before I go and swap this around, I'm going to make one change so I know. I'm going to go and change this element because no doubt we'll get mixed up. So let's just go again to our materials and what do we got here? What about copper? Like in the that looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not copper. Perhaps burnished steel. Is it gonna work? Oh, you can see how bad the UV mapping is here. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to. We could use maybe. I mean, it looks pretty garbage, but no, let's keep it. Let's keep it. I'm gonna go with that one. This is programmer art. I'm okay with it. So let's get rid of this one. Delete. And it's gone. And let's go and grab our. Oh, it's back in here, isn't it? In our example content. That's right. Because we initially got this from our example content. All right. So E, and let's just this around. That's good. I think it should just work off the bat, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give it a go. Just gonna save. Oh my God, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my God. Isn't that wonderful? Now, I didn't really have to do any changes to the code in the character trace, into the character. So the code that I'm using, this is the other beauty of interfaces, is that everything is encapsulated in the object that has the interface. And let's just have a look. Oh, we're setting the direction. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix that up. We'll come back to that in a second. But if we have a look at the door, sorry, if we have a look at the character, yes. So the character, once we've set this up to be able to deal with interactables. So we've got our trace, we're finding our interactable class. If we found something that's interactable, we're setting a screen message. We got our hit active BPI. And then if we hit our interact key, then all we need to do is call the interact function or event within the interactable object. So it simplifies the way we do things as well. And we know how things are going to work when we come across them if they support these interfaces. So this is one of the great things about interfaces. And we can have multiple interfaces on a particular blueprint as well. So we could have, so in our door, we could have other interfaces. If we go to our class default, class settings, we could add other interfaces there as well. So interactables one, maybe it'd be something else like maybe destructible. You might be able to blow the door apart. And so you'd have your destructible interface here, which would support other functions, etc. down there. So they're really useful things to use these interface blueprints. So let's just go and find out the, oh, I know why. Because we're not setting this. All right, maybe we can fix this just by putting this back there and then breaking it here. So we don't want that anymore. I think that's what we need. I think that will maybe do the trick. Let's try that again and see if it can work without without causing errors. Errors are bad. Have you ever seen errors? Change things. Oh, that's not helpful. I think it's still. That's interesting. It's not. The one thing it's not doing, you may have noticed, it's not changing the direction. So I think we're still getting those errors. Yeah. Access none, trying to read property, K2 node, custom event, other actor. Yeah, okay. Play a character, right. So we're not setting that. Why not? What's going on here? So we've got to, we're still running this, casting at the first person character, and then we're saving that. But it's not getting the other actor. Oh, has anyone seen it? Has anyone seen it? Took me a little while, but yeah, I'm seeing it now. What character control using? We're using this one. What class are we actually trying to cast to? That one, which is not the same one. So, what is that? What type is that? First person character. Okay, so that. Oh no, first person character. What's the parent class of this character? Okay. We're going to have to change some of these. All right, so for this to work, let's just cast to BP FP character trace. FP character trace. There we go. So let's just change that. Now here's another trick. Let me show you something else while we're going. I'm looking for other instances of this in the blueprint. Now, it's not too big. There's a few here. But an easy way, if you've got a large network, if you go right-click and you say Find References, it'll come and find all the references of those for you down here. So if you've got many of them, a large set of them. So it's got 4 of them. That's interesting. So Set Player Character is that one. And then we've got Get Player. We double-click on it, Get Player Character, Get Player Character, and then double-click again. Get Player Character. So in fact, we don't need to set the screen text anymore. So we can, in fact, delete that completely. That's fine. In fact, we don't need we disable input because we're not doing that either. Just going to drag that out and pop that there. Yeah, okay. That should be fine. Where were the other ones? So I'm just having a look here. So it's opening the door relative to the player character. Right. So what we need to do is in fact, we're going to delete this. Now, it's not going to let me do this. It's not going to let me do that. So what we need to do is change that type to BP FP character trace. BP FP character trace. There we go. Object reference. Change variable type. I never like doing this, but it just looks like everything's going to break. Well, let's go and do it. Okay. Well. Hey, there we go. And let's drag those down to here. Now with any luck, so this has changed. Now we should just be able to drag this to here. Yeah, cool. And let's find all the others. So we've done our find and, oh, well, okay, we'll do that. Oh, okay. All right, let's delete it. We're not using that anymore. We're not using that anymore. We know it works. That's cool. Got that one. And is there any more? There should be another one, shouldn't there? All right, let's try it. See whether it's worked. What could go wrong? It's still not. Oh, there we go. I must have been standing close enough. So that's what we want. It should be opening up the opposite direction, like so. Did we get any errors? Yes, we did. So that's going to be when we were standing too far away. So I guess there's a few options there. Let's have a look at the code. If we can do something easy in the code, which is not going to right, so we're putting that through there. Again, we can go find references. Got that one. Where are we calling it from? Open door. So this is one of those sticky problems. I mean, one thing we can do, I'm sure it's not going to, work forever particularly well, but we can just make this larger. So I can just scale that up. This would be classified as a band-aid solution, I would say. I wouldn't do this for a something you're going to release out to the public. But anyway, I think it's going to work for our use right now. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So I'm as far away as I can be. Let's go back around this way. What I'm checking is, so when I get that interaction, okay, if I hit interact now, it's opening up the correct way. So with any luck, hey, no errors. Yay, that's what we want. Okay, so let's pause there again. I'm going to come back, and I think before we finish up this time, I'm going to add some interactivity here as well. So we're actually doing something with our interactables. Yeah, let's do that.